Okay, so filming this video today is going to be a challenge for me because I won't be able to talk with my hands because of these. But let's carry on with the video, shall we?
Just say you can reply, take everything.
Babe, turn it down a little bit. Don't! Are you laughing? Hey CFam, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this is a series that I do on my YouTube channel, so it is attempting Pinterest goals. And on today's video, we will be doing a DIY on a budget. So before we get started, I did want to let you guys know that this video is actually sponsored by Squarespace. My regulars know that I do talk about Squarespace quite often because I actually use it. I use it with both my websites that I have at this present moment. I do actually rave about Squarespace so much because it is something that is super essential for my career that I do and anyone who does want to start like an online career or just basically sell anything, because as you guys know, I am all about aesthetics and just basically the way things look. And at Squarespace, the way that you can design your websites is actually so easy, and there is just so many styles to choose from. You can choose your own little templates, and that is so easy for people who don't really know what they're doing and what style of website that they are doing. So that's what Squarespace can offer, and it can also offer so many blogging tools, emails and subscriptions. And I know that because you've clicked onto this video, you are into aesthetics and things looking pretty, and Squarespace can 100% help you with that. I will get more into Squarespace later on within the video, but anyway, welcome to my little DIY series. So for those who do follow my channel, you would know that I have just moved in to my boyfriend's house, and I have kind of CNized it. Well, basically I've turned it into my little project. And as you guys know, I love white, I love green, I love browns. I'm very particular with my style of interior and my environment that I live in. I'm also lucky enough that he has allowed me to kind of DIY some of his furniture. So he does actually have, my first project that I have worked on is his little he used it as kind of a TV cabinet. It was in our room, and it's where we popped all our clothes. So it was just this brown wood, not really my style. And I've been wanting to paint it for so long now. And I was like, you know what? I actually want to do up the entire thing. As we went on with designing it, I was kind of adding more and more things. And I am so happy with the outcome. I'm kind of using it as my mirror that I create content with. So this is kind of a mirror that you can use with makeup, you can create really good content with, or you can just have it in your room or wherever you want on display, and it just looks so nice. So I have made it a way where it is kind of a display type of shelf. So yeah, it is so nice. So what we did start with was just brown wood. Like I said, he was using it as a TV cabinet, so it did have a TV on it, but I completely transformed the look of this. So with this project, my goal was to do it on a budget, so it is affordable for literally everyone, and it has come so nice. Because honestly, there's so many videos on YouTube where it's house renos and kitchen renos, but I wanted to kind of make something that was super affordable and that anyone can do. I myself have so many friends who are makeup artists, friends who are at uni and they're wanting to do up their room a little bit, but they don't actually have the budget to do so. So I actually wanted to make more videos targeted at basically everyone. And if you can do something on a budget, why not? And if you can save money on doing a little project like this, why not? So the first step would be to sand the actual wood that you're wanting to paint. I'm lucky enough that Joel actually pre-sanded this, so I didn't actually need to do this. So it was pre-sanded, but this is the first step. So before you paint it, you will need to use masking tape to cover the mirror, just so you don't get any paint on it, obviously. So after we've sanded it and then we fully wiped it down, so we got rid of all the dust, it was then time to paint. So this is the actual paint that I used. So basically everything that I'm using in this video are just from Bunnings and Kmart. And I did actually get 3 sizes of paintbrushes. So I got a big one, a medium one, and a really small one. You'll see what I do with the small one later on. Lucky for me, I did have some helping hands with my painting. We did have to wait roughly 5 hours for the first coat to dry, and then we did the second coat, and I roughly did four coats until I was really happy with it. I didn't do the back of the wardrobe, and I didn't actually do inside the drawers. I just felt that was unnecessary, but I did the sides and just basically everywhere that you could see. I even did when you pull out the drawers, I did the side of it, but I just didn't do the inside because I actually didn't start with that much paint, so I didn't really want to waste it, and you just did. Who cares about it? You can't see it. So before I painted it, I actually didn't want the black handles. I wanted to do something with the handles. I really liked the look of these handles, so I'm actually going to keep these handles and show you what I'm going to do with them later on, but we need to remove them so then we can paint the actual desk. So the next day after the coats was dry and I was happy with it, I removed the masking tape. And then I did forget to add this in, guys, but with the small brush, I actually use this to fill in the little spaces that I missed whilst painting, just because the like tape was over it, so I did that just in the corners that were still brown. So I did actually get paint on the mirror, and you most likely will, and that is so fine. The best way to actually clean that, I learned this from Joel. He's a very wise man. So we used fly spray, and I just put the fly spray on the rag that I was using to clean it. I let that like kind of like sit for a little bit, so I like washed it down with the fly spray, and then I used a sponge, so just like a cleaning sponge, and then I wiped it down. And then to get like the mirror like crisp and clean, I just use like a window cleaner, and then I just re-cleaned it with a dry towel. So the next step is kind of like the feature to the mirror, and it's my favorite part about the mirror. So it is the LED lights. So if you look online, ring lights are extremely expensive. Like they can roughly be around 200 to like 500 to even more sometimes. And honestly, you can get extremely cheap ones from Kmart and Bunnings. So I got these little like stripe ones to stick right on the side of the mirrors. They were $20 each. So actually I think they're on sale. But like when they're not on sale, they're like $20 each. So it just came together to like 40 bucks, which is phenomenal for like amazing lights. Like they work so well. I actually popped up a TikTok that I did here, and I was kind of like sharing with my TikTok followers this little hack that I created. Rather than spending all this like stupid money on like ring lights, I just literally bought $20 lights. So I did see that at Bunnings there was ones that you could get that can just stick on, but I just really liked the look of these ones. They were thin and they were just going to be on the sides there. So lucky enough, I did actually have Joel, who has like heaps of tools, and he was able to do the drilling for me. So if you don't have anyone that can do the drill and you're not confident enough to use a drill, I would just recommend getting the stick-on ones, or even just using like, you can actually. So Joel was actually watching TV and it was too loud. Wait, come show them what you've got on. Wow, babe, you're a gamer boy. Come on and be quiet, please. And take Minnie. She gets up in the camera. Bye, love you. Thanks for your help with this video. If you're not confident enough to use a drill, you can actually get ones that don't need to be plugged in there. They can be used by batteries, but I got the ones that need to be plugged in just because I like the look of them. And what we did is we drilled a little hole so the cord could go through the back. The cords were quite long, so we could just like plug them into like the nearest like power point. So Joel just measured it so they were symmetrical, and then you just plug them in. These are really cool because they're sensor. I am so obsessed with them. So all you have to do is like wave your hand and it turns on. I personally like when it's like a blue light, so it's not warm, it's the other one. So there's ones where it's like it gives you a warm light that gives it a little bit of like an orange tinge. And I just prefer the outcome when it's like a more bluer light. So once we have it done, the drilling and the lights, it's now time to decorate. So I just literally got majority of these things from Kmart. I went for like organization things. What I would recommend doing when you're starting a project or when you're wanting to like DIY something is to make like a little mood board with like Pinterest. So suss out what type of styles that you're wanting. Get some inspiration through like little props that you want or the colors that you want. So I made like a little, like I'll pop it here, I made like a little mood board of the style that I wanted, like a similar style. And then what you can do is when you click on a certain image on Pinterest, you can just scroll down and it will show you similar images and styles to what you're looking at. So I just went through that for a little bit, and I was finding a lot of inspiration for like makeup organization, because it is going to be kind of like my makeup area where I pop all my perfume, my makeup, my brushes, my jewelry, etc. So I've just got little organization things. There's so many you can choose from. I got the clear ones that you can get from Kmart, and I just got one for like my scrunchies, my bobby pins. Then I also got this like little platform thing. It's like an elevator. That's where I'm putting everything. So to kind of like center everything and to have like a piece that puts it all together does make it look really good. So that is kind of like a little hack when you are doing something with interior and you're playing around with objects. So just for example, if you have a coffee table, it looks really, really nice to have a centerpiece. So whether it is, I actually use sometimes like a plate, like a really nice plate, or even like a circle like chopping board, and then you can pop candles and flowers and just stuff around it. So that is what I've chosen to do with this table. Is I got this little platform thing from Kmart, and then I have just placed everything within inside that platform. So within these organizers, I've just popped like my face oils, moisturizers, and then I also have my jewelry in a little like section. You can actually use like small plates for these type of things. things. It looks really good if you use like small like coffee mug plates, if you know what I mean. So you can use them and put them on the table, and that's where you can like place all your jewelry, and then just decorate it up with like some candles, flowers, whatever you want. I'm actually planning to kind of do more blog posts when it comes to how to decorate like your house, your room, your kitchen, your bathroom, and I'm actually thinking about putting these blogs onto my website. If you feel like this is something you'd be interested in, please let me know in the comments below, and I actually will work towards making these and doing these up. As I was saying before, I use Squarespace for both my websites, so for C Active and Chrissy Swaddling. So yes, Squarespace is like the #1 website maker when it comes to its blogging tools and its aesthetics, but it's also just so simple to use. So when you are trying to find what type of website that you're wanting or what type of blogs that you're wanting, you can choose from all their templates. So they have so many templates to choose from, which is so amazing, and every single like page, so you have your about page, you have your blog, you have your shop, it's already kind of like designed for you, and then you've just got to place in your images and your wording. I did actually use Squarespace when I first started my website, and I was a rookie, so it is really good for those who are starting, but it's also really good for those who are a little bit more professional. So Squarespace is good for no matter what level that you're up to with your website. I've had my website now for like 5 years, and I still do Squarespace, and even my designer, she does like every website she does is on Squarespace. They offer email campaigns, so this is really good because sometimes you have to pay like a separate subscription for your emails when you're creating a website, but with Squarespace it actually has that inbuilt. You can connect all your socials to Squarespace, so when you go on the website, all your socials are connected, and you can also pre-plan your blog posts, which is something that I really love because sometimes I know that I'm going to be busy in 2 weeks time, so I'm actually going to make a blog post this weekend and then schedule it for them 2 weeks, and it'll just post on its own. If any of you are interested, I recommend heading to squarespace.com and starting your free trial, and then if you want to continue after that, just use my link here that will also be provided in the description to get 10% off your first domain purchase. Moving on to my last and final step, so that is the handles. So if you are wanting, you can actually go and purchase completely new handles, but like I said, I really like the design of Joel's old cabinet, TV unit, whatever it was. I like them styles, so I actually went to Bunnings and I got gold spray paint. So I got this one to kind of apply first, so it's like a lacquer slash like first cover, and then I got this gold spray paint to apply, so that's going to be the color of the handles. So I roughly did 2 to 3 coats again till I was happy with it, and then we re-screwed them on. So usually when it comes to metal, you do want to be sticking with one color, so because the handles are gold, you kind of need to stick to just gold metal on the like display. This mirror that I did get from Kmart, which I really liked, it was kind of like just like a makeup circle mirror. It is silver. I don't mind the look of it. If I do find a gold one anywhere, I will be getting that, just so it kind of like meshes a little bit better. It's kind of like the same with your jewelry. You wouldn't really wear like silver earrings and then a gold necklace. Not saying you can't. I'm just saying I personally like when it just stick to the one color. So once they are dry, it is now time to screw them back in, and then boom, DIY makeup cabinet storage unit mirror done. So here's what it looked like, and here is now what it looks like. Guys, this was honestly so simple. It only literally took us 2 days, and the reason why it took so long is just we were just waiting for everything to dry. Everything was so affordable. Like the most expensive things I think were like the paint. The lights were cheap, the storage units were cheap. This is such a good DIY on a budget. I hope you guys did like this video. If you like this Attempting Pinterest Goals series and you want more episodes, make sure you do give this video a thumbs up just so I know and I can continue making them. I did just want to say a big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and working with me, because I love Squarespace so much. Again, if anyone is interested in learning more about Squarespace, I will leave all the links in the description below. If you're new here, make sure you do subscribe because it really supports my channel, and here are my socials. I will see you in my next video. Bye!